Hey guys, it's Vic Marker with Team Relinquish. I always mess up my intro for some reason. Um, so I'm bringing you today my regional deck profile from the Coolstuff Hollywood regional. I decided to play Dinos. I haven't played Dinos in a while at a regional, at a bigger event. I played straight going second Dinos, meaning I didn't care if I won the die roll or not. Most likely I'm going second, and most likely I'm just going to try to OTK you. Um, let's talk about my matchups real fast. Round one, I ended up playing Tri Brigade Lyralist. I can't speak. I'm sorry, guys. I ended up winning 2-1. Round two, I ended up playing against Mystic Mind. I ended up losing 2-1. Mystic Mind sucks when it gets close to time, especially when they're playing a burn card. Yeah. And then they keep on stacking my deck with Goddess, Gold, Oracle, or something like that. It was annoying. Round three, I ended up drawing with Adagnister. Round four, I 2-0'd Brandon Despia Trickstar. Which is a little weird, but it was really just them trying to burn me to death. Game one, I literally just used Mystic Mind and said, okay, well, you have less cards in your deck now. Do you want to go to game two, or do you want to waste time? They wasted a little bit of time and then went to game two. Game two, I just OTK'd them through all the little burn they were trying to do. Round five was Ultrageist. I ended up getting to it. I misplayed game two. That was my fault. I had him out around his protocol, and then I get to summon Conductor and clear his field, but I messed up. Round six was against Fluanderies. I 2-0'd them. Game one took about 40 minutes. It was kind of grindy. He was left at 1,200 life points and then summoned monsters that only had 2,200 attack compared to a 35 Conductor, thanks to Lost World, and it was just like, attack. I win. No effect. Cool. Can't negate it with Avion. Not negated by Impin or anything like that. Like, cool. And then game one, I made my field, set Lancia off of Artifact Dagda, and he scooped because he couldn't do anything. He tried to call by the grave by Lancia, but it didn't work because I had Logia on field too. Round seven, my opponent didn't really show, so it's a free win. Same thing around eight. So I ended up going X2-1, which the last two rounds were free because literally they didn't show, which is cool for me. I got 22nd place, so it was only top 16 that got their invite. Let's go into the deck profile. So starting off, of course, like I said, Dinos, bread and butter, Ogre Raptor, played at 3, never played at less unless it gets hit. Misk, we want this card back to 3, but they're not going to give that to us for a while. And the one Giant Rex. That's pretty much it for like the normal level 4s and stuff, other than like the scrap package will come up shortly. 3 Baby Ceratosaurus. Yes, they're not my blue rares, they're super rares, but that's just because I want to keep those nice. And then 1 Petite. This ratio is always going to stay the same. Same with the double Archosaur. That's the third best normal summon in the deck. Second best normal summon in the deck is, of course, the Scrap Raptor with the Chimera. Of course, Ogre Raptor was number 1. This combo was just very good for the deck. Next, for the bigger dinos, I played 2 Conductor, the 1 Pangertops, and double Kaiju, double Dogran. Of course, Kaiju is mainly for going second, but it can be summoned off Pill, can't just be a big monster. And you can technically summon it off Misk as well, which doesn't happen often. That's it for the monsters. No hand traps or anything like that. It was all gas, no breaks. Literally, just play going second cards. You make a field, I break it. Next would be, of course, triple Lost World and 1 Terraforming. That's always going to stay the same unless something else becomes more broken with the deck. Triple Fossil Dig, best rodent in the game. Double Evolution build, have to play 2. If you play 1, the The Archosaurs are dead. Now for the going second cards, I played a good amount of going second cards. To go with the Terraforming and the Lost Worlds, I played 3 Mystic Mine. Branded Despia has no outs in the main deck. You activate this and you are essentially just FTKing them. Game 1. Game 2 and 3, this normally comes out against them because they do side in back row hay at that point, if they see it. And then either way, you just OTK them at that point. I also played Triple Droplets, one of the best board breaking cards. Negate everything on field, summon Conductor, attack for game. Next are back row and monster removal, so double Lightning Storm and double Dark Hole. I wanted to play 3 Lightning Storm. I couldn't figure out what to take out. I'm already playing 42 cards. And I also played double Tactics and 1 Call by the Grave. Tactics, I wanted to play 3 of as well, because it's a card you kind of really want to see if you're going second as well. Just because they do try to negate anything, this can just either draw you cards, take something from their snatch, steal something, or take a card from their hand. It's also good because it's kind of like Called by the Grave in the sense it reacts to, of course, your opponent's cards. But yeah, that's it for the main deck. Next for the extra deck, of course, like always, I have my tokens with me and my team. Okay, my extra deck for once is a little bit different than what I normally used to play. Still playing the Link Rebo. This time I'm playing Secure Garden again. It's just in case you only draw Archosaur, but still draw a way to pill or get the or just any other monster, and you can still summon Conductor. I play that 1 artifact Dagda. This is mainly for my side deck. It's doesn't get used otherwise. The 1 Pentastag for, of course, going for game for a lot of defense position monsters. I did that once to somebody and they're like, wait, how's the game? Oh, it was a Despia player. He had 6 monsters on field, with one of them being my token. I was like, okay, so 35. He had a Luber set, 35. Anything else, you die? Cool. The 1 Scrap Wyvern for the Scrap combo. It's kind of actually a broken card going second. It does pop cards, non-targeting. The 1 Nightmare Unicorn. It's Nightmare Unicorn. It's just a good spot removal card. Now, this card I haven't played in a while, but it's a very good card against any back row deck like Eldritch or anything. Topologic Trispania. It didn't come up today. I didn't play against any Eldritch. Really didn't play against any trap decks. But it's just a good card in general. It's also good in time because it does burn. The 1 Appaloosa, set up negates for when I go first. And then, of course, the 1 Access Code. That's straight up for going second. Next, for the rank 4s, play the 1 number 60 Dugaris, the Timeless. Mainly for making Conductor 7k so it can attack over everything and kill the opponent. The 1 Dweller for when I go first, or in case I'm playing against Brandon, just so if I can't beat them that turn, at least their mirror jade and stuff's not going to blow up my field. The 1 Tornado Dragon, it's for the play with Dagda and also just against back row decks in general. Of course, the 1 Dolko, the 1 Logia, still 2 of the best cards in the extra deck. And then I play only 1 single this time. I play the Siphon Lord Omega, just to show back, well, put the miss back in grave. I only summoned it once today, and then my opponent just scooped. So I was like, okay, whatever. For the side deck, I play a small artifact package, double Lancia, 1 Scythe. Lancia is for, of course, Tri Brigade, Flunder, of course, any mirror match that I might play, because I'm not the only Dino player at that regionals. Whatever other decks that manage. But you can set this off of Dagda as well, so it's kind of broken in that sense. And of course, Scythe to Scythe, lock your opponent out. Next is a lot of spell and trap removal. So of course, the 1 Feather Duster. I played double anti-magic arrows. So the idea with this was have Lost World up, have a Dino on field, give them a token, go into battle phase, activate this, make sure they can't use any of their spells and traps, then attack the token. The effect of protect does not activate, so you still get that, and you just go off from there. And then Topologic Tears Bane also will banish their spells and traps. And I also did triple Cosmic Cyclone. This is pretty mainstay in this deck. It could be Twin Twister, but you still have to respect Scythe, and this does get around Scythe. And then for traps, the 1 red reboot, of course, any back row deck. 2 dimensional barrier. I wanted to play 3, just couldn't figure out what to take out for it. And then triple anti-spell. These actually didn't. These came in only against the Mystic Mind player. These did not come in. This came against Altergeist, just didn't draw it. And yeah. This card's busted against Sword Soul and Branded, but I didn't play any Sword Soul. I only played 1 Branded, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Of course, shout out to everybody from my old locals, Michael Bond for being a good friend, David Haggerty for being a good friend, Justin Rodriguez for being a good friend and fellow Dino player at the regional. Shout out to everybody else. Shout out to Ruth. Shout out to Hazani. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Sign off, guys.